One less Labor MP.
Fatima Payman jumped before she was pushed.
With a heavy heart but a clear conscience, I announce my resignation from the Australian Labor Party.
The ALP senator's paying the price for voting against her own party to register her support for a Palestinian state. She's going to be one of 5 independents in the unrepresentative swill that is the upper house.
It was always going to end this way.
Allowed to stay in the Labor Party but banned from party room meetings? She should have been sacked when she crossed the floor. You vote against the Labor Party, you get thrown out of the Labor Party. That's the rule. You can't sign up to play State of Origin for the Blues and then deliberately pass the ball to Queensland and expect your team to be cool with it.
This is a full frontal fight in back play.
The only way you get to play for a different side is if there's a sanctioned conscience vote.
Shouldn't every vote be a conscience vote?
You started on that, I totally agree, but Payman knew what she was signing up for when she accepted Labor's funding and support in her run for the Senate. She didn't get the Don't Come Monday letter because woke Master Albo didn't want to fire a woman who wore a headscarf, especially when half his caucus completely agrees with her but were too gutless to defy their party.
Support from high places for the cause today.
Protesters on top of Parliament House using the divisive phrase, from the river to the sea, a call to arms for those who want Israel wiped from the map between the River Jordan and the Mediterranean. The protesters also deployed the inverted red triangle that's a nod to the glory of Hamas. Haven't we got enough problems in Australia without importing them from overseas? Seriously. And also, why are we paying millions of dollars in security at Parliament House when a bunch of numpties can stroll onto the roof at will? The Prime Minister burst into tears a few days ago talking about how his family was a specific terror target.
A very direct threat.
So where were the Australian Federal Police?
Yeah, good question. Gaza's really testing Albanese.
He's torn between Australia's historically strong ties to Israel and the Labor Party's strong historical push for a Palestinian state.
Also, he knows his electoral
Well,
maths.
there's that. There are a lot of Arab voters, up to 6 Labor seats in jeopardy if a pro-Palestine/Muslim political party campaigned, according to some analysts. Albanese's got bigger problems than losing control of his party. He could be about to lose the parliament.
You know, drums of leadership change will be starting to beat.
I think they already are. It's political killing season around the world. After 14 years of Conservative rule, the Brits are swinging to the left.
I will fight for every vote.
There aren't many politicians that can pull off being sopping wet in front of a microphone.
That our destiny will be shaped by us.
Rishi was no Jed Bartlett and no Barack Obama. He was just a guy in a suit looking wet and sad. As the campaign went on, the Conservatives became increasingly desperate for an electoral circuit breaker, reaching back into history for retrograde policies such as military subscription.
Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler?
And retrograde politicians such as Boris Johnson, whose last-minute appearance failed to arrest the landslide that his mismanagement of COVID helped engineer.
At least Rishi was going down swinging.
Unlike across the Atlantic, where the sitting leader was going down yawning.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed.
Joe Biden's refusing to step down to make way for someone who can talk in complete sentences.
If we finally beat Medicare,
Sleepy Joe is living up to his nickname, blaming his performance in the presidential debate on the fact he was tired.
Hope he's got the energy to celebrate 4th of July.
Don't need to be American to enjoy Independence Day. I'm Ben Harvey.